We are doing Virāsana. Vira means hero, asana, pose, hero's pose, Virāsana. And I've set down a blanket for knee padding on top of my mat. The blanket needs to be long enough to support both shins all the way up to the toes. And I'm sitting on a bolster. A bolster is pretty standard. It's generally comfortable for most. So when you sit, I'll show you sideways. You want the bolster to only be between your ankle bones. So the bolster really only between the sitting bones, okay? So whatever support you're using, just for the sitting bones, make sure the thighs are free. The thighs are not supported on the bolster. Thighs free. And here I'll just take advantage of this view. Ideally the blanket would be in the other direction. It's a little bit short because I feel the tops of my shin bones, I feel right at the edge, and the toes right at the edge. So have something that's long enough, the blanket in the other direction. And you can see my feet are pointing straight back, ankles straight back, and this is important. So from the front, you want to start in Stambhasana. Stambhasana is this kneeling position, thighs together, feet apart. My head is cut off, sorry about that, but with thighs together, feet apart, lengthen the shin bones, and move the calves away from the backs of the knees, roll them out, and sit. So the support only under the sitting bones. And you want to look and make sure that your ankles are straight. Your toes are pointing straight back. And spread the toes, lengthen the big toes back and spread the toes. Get every single toenail on the floor. And then see that your outer ankles are not bowing out. So with your hands, press the baby toe sides of the balls of your feet. Press that down in the direction of the floor and tuck the outer ankles in at the same time. As you press that down and tuck the outer ankles in, lengthen the sides of the body up, roll the shoulders back. I'll show you this from the side. Again, mind you that the blanket is not in the right direction, showing you from the side. So here, I lengthen the shin bones, and make sure the ankles are straight. Move the calves away from the backs of the knees and spread them out. And I spread the toes, big toes back. I spread every single toe and get all the toenails on the floor. And this edge here, the little toe side, I want to press that outer edge down and draw the outer ankles in. This is similar than in the video when I showed Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, legs up the wall pose. I talked about the inner heels up, outer heels down. Inner ankles up, outer ankles down, and sucked in and absorbed in. So this is the outer feet moving in that direction so that the outer ankles can move in. Now pull the flesh of the sitting bones back. Pull the sitting bones themselves back so that you're in the front of the sitting bones. But as I addressed in a previous sitting video, draw the outer buttocks down, the back of the outer buttocks down so that you don't push the abdominal organs forward. Outer baby toe sides of the feet down, outer ankles in, maintain that action, lengthen the sides of the trunk, outer shoulders back, eyes at eye level. So if you're uncomfortable for some reason, then you might need more height under the buttock, or you might need something because the ankles are unhappy. You'll address the different ways of adjusting if there are issues, knee issues, ankle issues, but this is for a standard body. It usually works, just a bolster, or maybe you need to add a little extra height. If you're feeling like it's a little too compressed for the calves, you just fold the blanket lengthwise in the direction. You know, you're using a bolster which is long, so fold the blanket lengthwise. So Virāsana with a little extra height if you feel that it's too compressed. But this is a really important pose to do for the health of the knees, the legs, the ankles, circulation, health of the heart also, health of the veins, prevents varicose veins. but you need to know how to do it for your body so that you don't injure yourself. You want to do it correctly. To come out of the pose is extremely important to come out properly. So you take the prop away, you come to all fours, what we call Chaturangāsana. Stretch one leg at a time if need be. If your legs are very sensitive, then that's what you do first. If you don't need to go through that, right away, you just cross your ankles, you sit back behind your heels and you stretch your legs forward, right away. Extend the heels, inner heels forward, outer heels back to the outer hips. Lengthen the backs of the legs. You can spread the calf away from the knee, spread the hamstring away from the knee for each leg so that you get that knee to open and the legs to straighten and that flow of blood to just come rushing through the legs. And you do this as long as you need to before you move on. Virāsana, coming in through Stambhasana and coming out through Dandasana.